Good day, pupils. Welcome back to my class. Today, we will be looking at Unit 5, Food and Health. You can get ready with your textbook, page 54, and we will do some reading activities today. First of all, let us look at the learning objectives for this lesson. Number 1, you should be able to read and fill in the blanks and complete the summary by the end of the lesson. And number 2, read and search for meanings of vocabularies in the dictionary. Okay, so looking at these two pictures, okay, look at this. There are pupils doing some sport activities over here. Do you know what sport activity is this? Can you guess? Can you guess the name of this sport? Let me know in the comment section below if you know the answers. Alright? Okay, what is this sport? Let us look let us look at another sport pictures and you tell me whether it is the same or is it different. What sport is this? Both you are looking at both activities over here. The two pictures, what are the similarities? They are both wrestlers. They are doing the wrestling activity. The difference is that this is the normal wrestling activity and this is the sumo style activity. It is called sumo style wrestling. It is a sport activity in Japan. Okay, let us know more about this sumo style activity. Okay, we have the sports interview over here. It is called the sumo style. Now, what you have to do is you read this interview text and you try to try to understand what is sumo style and what is it what is it so interesting about this activity, about this sports. And after that, you have to read and match. Okay, you see over here we have 4 blanks. What you have to do is you read and you match these 4 interview questions with the text. Okay, so you read the information and then you read and match. Try to match. And I will now play the interview audio for you to read along. You can read along while you're listening to the audio. Okay, you may start to read now.
Unit 5. Reading. Exercise 2.
The sports interview. Sumo style. Those sumo wrestlers are big. How much do they weigh?
Most top wrestlers weigh more than 140 kilos. The heaviest are around 190 kilos.
Is it a popular sport?
Well, there aren't many sumo wrestlers these days. It isn't a healthy lifestyle.
What's their typical day?
They get up early and train from 5 a.m. until about 1 p.m.
What do they have for breakfast?
They don't have breakfast, so they're very hungry at lunchtime and they eat a lot.
What do they have for lunch?
They have a special dish called chankonabe. There's a lot of meat or fish in chankonabe, and there are also a lot of vegetables.
Is it healthy?
Well, it's full of vitamins and there isn't much fat in it, but they eat enormous quantities, sometimes 6 or 7 bowls, and then maybe 5 bowls of rice.
But they exercise a lot.
Yes, but not after meals. After lunch, they sleep. Then they get up and eat more chankonabe.
Do they ever eat any different food?
Yes, some eggs, salads, some desserts maybe, but always chankonabe. So, if you want to be sumo size, eat and sleep a lot. If not, maybe do sports which are healthier.
Okay, did you get all the interview questions correctly? Let us check the answers together. Okay, we have the first one. It talks about the sumo style. Those sumo wrestlers are big. How much do they weigh? And then is it a popular sport? And they talk about the sumo wrestlers this day. It isn't a healthy lifestyle because why? Let us look more. Okay, number one. What is the answer for number one? It asks about what's their typical day. They want to know more about their typical day. And then what's the answer is they get up early and train from 5 a.m. until about 1 p.m. That's pretty long hours. Okay, then what do they have for breakfast? They don't have breakfast, so they are very hungry at lunchtime and they eat a lot. How about number two? We have the information here is they have a special dish called chakonabe. There's a lot of meat or fish in chakonabe and there are also a lot of vegetables. So what can you get from the questions here? It is, what do they have for lunch? Number three. Let's look at number three. Well, let's look at the answers first. Well, it's full of vitamins and there isn't much of fat in it, but they eat enormous quantities. Sometimes 6 or 7 bowls of, that's pretty lot, right? There's a lot of bowls of rice. Okay, so what is the answer for this? It is it healthy? Because you are asking about the dish, whether it is healthy for their meals. So the answer is full of vitamins and talks about the meal. Okay, then they do exercise a lot as they are wrestlers, right? So they do exercise a lot. How about number four? What is the question that you ask that you get the answers of? Yes, some eggs, salads, some desserts, maybe all the food names, but always Kankonabe. So what is the last one? The last one should be, do they ever eat any different foods? You want to know other than eating chankonabe, what else do they eat, right? Okay. Next, what you need to do is you need to read and fill in the blanks from the interview text just now. You have to fill in the blanks and make a summary of the whole text. The questions and answers of the interview is pretty long, right? So a summary is what you summarize from the text. You only take the important information, the main ideas, and you make it into a short paragraph of this. So you what you have to do, you can read again the interview text just now, and then you copy and write this summary in your exercise book in your E1. So let us go through very quick. Okay, now we look at the summary. The lifestyle of sumo wrestlers. Okay, what is the answer? Normal. Okay, the blank normal. So you try to get the answers from the text and then you fill it in. The food which they eat is, what do they eat? What is the state of the food? Okay, so you write whether it is good, whether it's healthy or unhealthy, but they blank a lot. Okay, this one you can get from the text just now. They also sleep a lot in the what time do they sleep? You get from the answer just now, and they don't exercise blank after meals. Okay, so you write it again in E1 after you get all the answers correctly. Okay, after you finish, you need to submit in Google Classroom and I will mark your answers. After you complete this summary, then you need to read and search the meanings of vocabulary in the dictionary. Write it down in E1 also. You can write it in a table form or like this, or you can write it down in number form. You write one, train, what is the meanings of train, or you just put it in a table form like this. All right. Okay, we have 6 vocabularies over here. Train, dish, vitamins, enormous, bowls, and desserts. Okay, that's all the meanings. You can also type it down in the comment section below and let me know. Okay, so you go through the dictionary. You can use Oxford, or you can use the online dictionary and search for the meanings and you write it down in a table form like this, okay? So where did these vocabulary words came from? All of these vocabulary words are from the reading text just now. Can you see the ones in blue? Train, dish, vitamins, bowls, desserts, and enormous over here. You can also read and you're sort of getting the ideas of these meanings. Okay. You want the exact meanings, you search the dictionary and you write it down. Alright? And same as just now, you have complete, you snap a photo of your work and you submit in Google Classroom for me to grade you. Alright? Okay, so what can we learn from today's lesson? What did you learn? You get to know more about sumo wrestlers, right? You get to know what they do, what is all about these sports, and what is their eating habits. Okay, so the moral value we can gain from it is you need to be disciplined in maintaining your healthy lifestyle, eating healthily, doing exercise. Okay, that's it for today's lesson. After you have completed your work, do submit in Google Classroom. Okay, I will see you in the next lesson. Thank you and have a nice day.